In this video, I will be discussing about the reactivity of the alpha carbon of the carbonyl compounds. So, first we'll see this is our functional group ketone. Okay, so the carbon attached to the functional group adjacent to functional group is called alpha carbon. So, this is an alpha carbon, and this is also alpha position. This is beta. Okay. So reactivity at the alpha carbon is very important for carbonyl compounds. An alpha hydrogen, if present, is an important site of reactivity in carbonyl compounds. Because why this is more important means this hydrogen. So I am writing here this hydrogen. It has two alpha hydrogens over here. These hydrogens are very important because this is attached to carbonyl compound, directly linked to carbonyl compound. So carbonyl group will have an ability of electron withdrawing. Okay, that is minus I effect group. So that means it will be pulling electron density towards it like this. So what will happen if a base is added to this? Base is added to this means this electron density between carbon and hydrogen will be very less, because of the presence of minus I effect group, this will be having a negative inductive effect towards this one. So base can easily pick up this proton. This proton will be easily picked up by the base, and you will be getting RC double bond O C. That bonded pair will be given to carbon. So CH minus R dash. So base will be deprotonating this acidic hydrogen very easily because of the presence of carbonyl compound. So this greater acidity of a hydrogen bonded to an alpha carbon of the carbonyl compound is very important for some reaction. Okay. So before that, this is also involved in keto-enol tautomerism. So let us look into what is meant by keto-enol tautomerism. Keto-enol tautomerism is the phenomenon of existence of dynamic equilibrium between structural isomers. So structural isomers in this here, the dynamic equilibrium will be between keto form and enol form. Keto form and enol form. So for example, I am taking carbonyl compound like acetone. If you are seeing over here, this is alpha position and this is also alpha position. Okay. Now this can, as I said earlier, these alpha hydrogens are highly acidic in nature because of the presence of minus I effect of carbonyl compound. So you can write this as, I am writing this as hydrogen over here, one of the hydrogen, in order to show the keto-enol tautomerism. So tautomerism is another kind of resonance type of stabilization. Here you can see that this hydrogen, this is loosely held, right? It will be easily going. So this will be shifted to here, and this pi bond will be shifted to oxygen. So oxygen getting negative charge, and the proton which is leaving will be attached to this oxygen carrying negative charge. So how will you write this? CH3 CO, that it was O minus and the H plus was leaving, that captures that hydrogen. Then here double bond CH2. So this is the keto form of acetone, and this is the enol form of acetone. Why this is enol? En means double bond, ol means alcohol. So this is the enol form. So this is the equilibrium between the structural isomers. These are called structural isomers, keto form and enol form. And if I am, so this is a rapid interconversion. You will be getting keto-enol tautomerism. So I am taking some other example in which acetoacetic ester is taking part. So this is CH3 CH CH2 C double bond O OET. Okay, acetoacetic ester. Now if you are seeing here, this CH2 is alpha to this ester carbonyl, right? And it is alpha, also alpha to this carbonyl carbon, and here also alpha hydrogens are there. Okay, so which one will be more acidic? That is the thing we have to look into this here. So if you are seeing over here, this is acidic, but compared to this CH2 will be more acidic. Why? Because this is attached to two electronegative groups. One side keto group, one side ester group. So minus I effect, two minus I effect groups are there. So if base is coming means the more acidic will be deprotonating at first. So you can write this as H over here. Now you can write the enolization. So this will be enolizing like this. This is highly acidic compared to these things. Okay. So this will be shifted to here, and this will be going O minus. So this is the keto form. Now if you are writing the enol form, this is like CH3, C, O minus will be picking up hydrogen, then double bond over here, CH, then C double bond O, OET. So this is the enol form. So en for the double bond, ol for the alcohol. That is why enol. So in solution, this is existing as 93%, and the enol form will be existing as 7%. So keto form of the molecule, which is a prominent form, can reversely change into enol form by the shift of hydrogen of the adjacent methylene, because this is the most acidic one compared to this CH3, because this is attached to two-side electronegative group. Okay, so this is meant by keto-enol tautomerism. So this kind of dynamic equilibrium or keto-enol tautomerism will be possible for any kind of carbonyl compound, provided it should have alpha hydrogen. So that is the criterion for this keto-enol tautomerism. So let me write in general form. One alpha hydrogen I am showing here. You can have hydrogens or any alkyl groups. Here also hydrogen or alkyl group, whatever may be. Okay. So this could be written in this form. This will be shifted over here. This bonded pair becomes pi bond. This will be O minus, and this H plus will be coming over here. So you can write this as C. Here double bond will come, C OH, like this. So this is the keto form, and this is the enol form. So this is the general. As I said that it should have alpha hydrogen. So if I am writing an example like benzaldehyde, C double bond O H. Now if you are looking to here, does it have any alpha hydrogen? So this carbon, if you are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 valencies are satisfied. This carbon doesn't have any alpha hydrogen. What about this side? This side and hydrogen is there, but it is not alpha hydrogen. Not alpha hydrogen. Why? This hydrogen is attached to carbon. Alpha hydrogen should be in this manner. There should be an adjacent carbon and it should have hydrogen. Then only it is alpha hydrogen. Okay. So for benzaldehyde there is no alpha hydrogen. So it could not be represented as keto-enol tautomerism. Whereas if you are taking benzaldehyde, doesn't have keto-enol tautomerism because it doesn't have any alpha hydrogen. Suppose if you are taking acetophenone, this is acetophenone. So this side, as I said earlier, there is no hydrogen, so no alpha hydrogen in this side, but in this side there is adjacent, this is called alpha carbon, and the hydrogen attached to it are called alpha hydrogen. So it has how many? 3 alpha hydrogen. So it could be represented as keto-enol form. So this will be shifting over here. So this is the keto form of acetophenone, and you will be getting the enol form like this, COH double bond CH2. So this is the enol form. Okay, so you should keep in mind that the carbonyl carbon should have an alpha carbon having hydrogens. So that is meant by keto-enol tautomerism. So as I said earlier, the keto form will be the predominant one, like 93% of keto form, and the enol form will be very less. So in order to get enol form more, you can enhance or catalyze the formation of enol by adding acids or base into it. So acid catalyzed process can be written as, so this is ketone, and if I am adding H plus, means any acid, mineral acid, what will happen? This oxygen is having 2 lone pairs. So this lone pairs will be picking up this proton. Okay. So what will happen? This could be written as C double bond O, and oxygen loses 1 lone pair, so it has a positive charge into it, like this. So this is called protonated ketone. So this is an intermediate. Now in the next step, what will happen? This is a positively charged intermediate. So we have to neutralize that positive charge. So how it will happen? So this hydrogen, if it is attached to this carbonyl compound, it is already electron deficient. So minus I effect will be more pronounced here in this side. So what will happen? Electron density will be flowing through this side. So this hydrogen, as I said earlier, is slightly acidic because of the presence of carbonyl compound. So it loses this bonded pair easily, and it will form a pi bond like this, and this pi bond will be neutralizing the positive charge. So how will you write this? So C, here double bond C, single bond OH, and the oxygen now is having both the lone pairs. So you are converting into enol form, and plus H plus, this hydrogen. It becomes H plus. Now this will attack another molecule and it will go on. So acid will be catalyzing the formation of enol form very easily, so that you can have a major portion of the enol. So I have discussed about the acid catalyzed enolization. Now let me discuss about the base catalyzed enolization. So this is the keto form. What will happen? This hydrogen, this alpha hydrogen is acidic in nature. Okay, so this base will be taking up this proton as H plus. So this will become BH, and this will be like this. And this pi bond will be becoming lone pair. So how will you write this? So minus BH, base will be going with the proton, and here you will be getting C double bond C oxygen. Oxygen already is having 2 lone pair. The bonded pair also will come since negative charge, like this. So this is an intermediate which is called enolate ion. So this is like enol, right? Alcohol before protonating. So this is called enolate. Very important, enolate. Okay, so base can form enolate, but acid cannot form enolate. Acid will be forming enol. You have to understand that one. So this is an intermediate. It's called enolate. Or you can write an intermediate before this also, like this. No need, just for purpose I am writing. So here negative charge, base is taking up this proton, you will be getting negative charge. Single bond, double bond O, like this. Now in the next step you can show like this, enolization. So this will eventually lead to this one. So both are enolate. Okay, both are enolate. Now what will happen? For this enolate, thus base H will come. Now what will happen? Thus H will be going as H plus to this side. So you will be getting C double bond C, OH, right, plus B minus. Base will be regenerated. So this will be taking another molecule deprotonation. So for first step, what is happening? That base is deprotonating the acidic hydrogen, and you will be getting a negative charge over here. This will be involved in enolization. You will be getting this enolate ion, and the enolate ion will be protonated by BH. So H plus will be going, B with bonded pair will be becoming as base. This will continue. So in base catalyzed process occurs because the carbonyl groups make the alpha hydrogens acidic. Okay, a carbonyl compound can donate one of its alpha hydrogen to the base, giving enolate ion. So that is what is happening over here. Even though the enolates cannot be isolated and are present only to small extent at equilibrium, they are actually responsible for the reactivity of carbonyl compounds, which is having high reactivity because of this enolization process. So based on that, we have variety of reactions we will look into it. So, as I said earlier, this enolization process is responsible for the reactivity of carbonyl compound. So, let us see. The reactivity happens at the alpha carbon. Okay, alpha carbon, that you should keep in mind. Because of the enolization, the carbonyl compounds alpha position is reactive because of the enolization. If alpha hydrogen is present, that is very important. So first let us look into the alpha halogenation. So you can see over here, this is alpha carbon, this is alpha carbon. Here I am showing 3 alpha hydrogen. So if you are doing acid catalyzed halogenation, you are getting the alpha halogenated product. Alpha carbon will be substituted by a halogen. So let us take an example by taking acetone. How this is happening? Mechanistic insight we will have by seeing this. So this is acetone, and if you are adding acid into it, what will happen? Immediately enolization will happen. This lone pair will be picking up this proton. So how will you write? CH3, C double bond O, H. Since one lone pair is lost, this oxygen will be getting positive charge. And here I will write like this, CH3. Any side you can write. Okay. Now, what will happen? You have to neutralize this positive charge. So this will be shifting over here. This pi bond will be becoming lone pair to oxygen. So you can write CH3, COH. Now oxygen is having both the lone pairs, double bond CH2. So this was the keto form, and this is the enol form of acetone. We have seen acid catalyzed enolization, right? Now, in the next step, what will happen? This will be reacting with bromine. I am doing alpha bromination. Okay, how this will be happening? Let us look into that. This pi bond will be attacking Br, and this will be like delta plus and delta minus. Okay, and one of the Br will be going like this. So you can write minus Br minus. So now it will be CH3, COH. One pi bond is attacking Br, so this will be single bond CH2, and here Br will be coming. Now this carbon loses its valency, that this pi bond is breaking. Okay, this is breaking, and here positive charge and here negative charge. That is why this will be attacking bromine. So it is attached to bromine. So this carbon now will be having positive charge. Now how this will be neutralizing? The positive charge should be neutralized, right? How this will be neutralizing? As you know, this oxygen is having lone pair into it. This will be coming like this. So what will happen? So this becomes CH3, single bond C, double bond OH. Now this oxygen loses one lone pair, so it will be positive. Then CH2 Br, like this. Now in the next step, what will happen? Water will come, and this water will be taking up this proton. How this positive charge has to be neutralized, right? So this bonded pair will be becoming lone pair like this, and this water lone pair will be taking up proton. So this will be like minus H3O plus, and you would be getting CH3, C double bond O, CH2 Br. So this is the product that you are getting. So this is called alpha bromination. Alpha bromination of acetone. So alpha position, carbon alpha position with respect to carbonyl group got substituted by bromine because of the help of the enolization. And you should keep in mind that carbonyl compounds that do not have alpha hydrogen, as I said earlier, benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde means PH C double bond OH, that doesn't have alpha hydrogens. Okay, alpha carbon is not there. Here alpha carbon is there, but hydrogen is not there. Here alpha hydrogen is not there. Now formaldehyde, no alpha carbon, hence no alpha hydrogen. Similarly benzophenone. Benzophenone means both sides pH group. So these type of molecules will not undergo alpha halogenation or alpha substitution anymore because it doesn't have any alpha carbon and alpha hydrogens into it.